Now, since this is our first now since this is our first class, okay, we'll be covering this loop in Java. Then after that, we'll start that is called your nested loop in Java. Nested loop in Java will be covered by Mr. Kunal Bose, and today we'll discuss about the loop in Java, and then of course the types of loop, and then the syntax of those loop, okay, and then programs, and we'll end today with these 4 points. So we start today with what is actually called looping in Java. So we start with what do you mean by actually loop. Now looping means any action repeated for a number of for a given number of times, Now what is for the given number of times? Under a certain condition, because you have to put the condition also over there, then that is called a loop. So anything which runs for a certain condition, certain number of times under a certain condition. Now, for example, now how it actually runs. Look at this, how this loop actually runs. This can be explained through a flow chart. Now, for example, this is a initialization. All right, see this. Now after this there is a condition. Now you look at here, condition, now true or false. Clear? You look at this first. Now if it is false, then it will simply come out of the loop. All right, simply it will come out of the loop if the condition is false. Now if it is true, look at here. Now if it is true, please look at here. If it is true, what will happen? Then it will enter the body and it will execute the instruction. Yeah, you can write instruction. All right, clear? It will execute the instruction, and then after instruction, then it will increment. You see, it is either you can write INC or DEC. INC, DEC means increment or decrement. Now, if it is true, if true, then it will go to the instruction or body, and then it will go for the increment or decrement of the variable. And then look at here. Then it will go back to your next condition. It will check for the condition. After increment, then it will go for the condition. Clear? Now every loop must have 4 points. Now what are the 4 points? Those 4 points are, first is the initialization, you may write it, initialization. Then second one is the condition. Please look at here. Second one is the condition. Third one is C. After the condition, then it will enter into the body of the loop. Body of the loop means the instructions content. Then after the body of the loop, it will go to the, it will called increment, or it will go for the decrement. That means we can call it as a updation. Now any loop, please look at here, any loop can be, must have these following 4 points. Remember this. Without the 4 points, the loop will not able to run. All right. Now you can analyze this one. The first one is the initialization. Please look at here. First one is the initialization. Then after the initialization, then it will check for the condition. If the condition is true, then it will enter. If it is a false, then simply it is going out and coming out. All right. Coming out of the loop. It is not entering the loop. Then if it is true, then it is going to the instruction, then incrementation or decrementation. Now you can do one thing also. You may write here, or you may not write also. Here you can put it like this. You can see. Please look at here. Because it will increment and then INC and DEC. Now what is this INC? Increment or decrement? So for which one is, first one is the initialization, then condition. All right, which one is the body? This is the body instruction. Then after this, which one? Incrementation and decrementation. So it is going for the incrementation and decrementation. So this is the way the loop actually runs. Any loop. It may be your for loop, it may be while loop, or it may be your do while loop. So now this is the looping concept. Okay. Now what we'll do, we'll go to the types of loop. Now you see how many types of the loops are actually there in your Java language. Now types of loop, we have at the beginning, we'll discuss about the for loop. Please look at the blackboard. For loop. All right. Then we'll discuss about while loop. All right. Then we'll discuss about your do while loop. Now what is the meaning of this? Then we'll take the individual one and then we'll discuss about the syntax. As we have already mentioned about the syntax of the loop, we'll go to the syntax of individual loop, and then we'll write some small segment of the program or small called snippet of the program. And then finally what we'll do, we'll go for the programs. That is it to be at the end. Clear? Now let us discuss about the for loop. Now you see, in for loop, please understand this one. In for loop, so how are you going to start? Look at here. We write for first, then we write the initialization, semicolon. All right. Initialization, then what is this one in the middle? Condition. Then after the condition, what is the last one? Updation. In the for loop, what is called updation means we can write it as your increment or decrement. Increment or decrement. Please look at this only. This is updation. So close the bracket. The bracket is closed. Now give the braces. All right. Close the braces. Clear? Now this is your called body of the loop. This is called body of the loop. That means what? Over here you can write the instruction, statements, instruction, whatever you write. You can write also. You can write statements. We can call it as also statements. Clear? Now let us analyze this for loop. Now what is actually for loop? Now among these all the types of this loop, for loop, while loop, and do loop, do while loop. For loop is actually comes first because it is known as your what? Entry control loop. Why it is entry control loop? Because it checks the condition at the entry point only. Which one is the entry point? A condition is when the control is coming to this point only, it is checking the condition. After initialization, it is checking the condition. Alright, so that is why it is called entry control loop. Now it is called also, it is also called entry control loop. Alright, that means it is checking the control at the which point? This entry point. Alright, now find out whether 4 points are there or not. All the 4 stages. What are the 4 stages? First one is initialization. Alright, first one is the initialization. What is the second one? Condition. What is the third one? Body of the loop. What is the fourth one? What is the fourth one? Updation. Alright. So all these 4 points are there or not. You see, which one is the initialization? Which one is the initialization? This one is the initialization. So it is there. Clear? Now next is the condition. Condition is there. Now after condition, what is their body? Now this is the body. Anything we can write. Clear? And what is the fourth one? Updation. Now the updation is also there. So if 4 points are not there, then the loop will not able to run. Will not able to be executed. So all these 4 points are there: initialization, condition, and then body, and then updation. Is it clear? Now let us find out how it actually runs, this execution of this for loop. See how it is running actually. For example, I'll take an example and then explain the execution of this for loop. You see how it is actually running now. Now this is important because you must know that the steps of execution. Alright, how it actually runs. So let us take, let us print 1 to 10. Okay, so we are just writing the snippet, not the full program, to print numbers from 1 to 10. Now see how it is actually I'm running it. Look at here. For, alright, now initialization, integer I, clear? Look at here. You can write I, then semicolon. You see I less than equal to 10. Am I right? I've given because 1 to 10. That's why I've given the equal sign. This is the condition. All right. Then I plus plus. What is this? Updation. All right. Now just see. I'm writing now system dot out dot print ln. Now find out what is actually ln. New line. Okay. Now new line, the value will be printed in a column manner. Okay. Not row manner. The values will be printed in the next line only. So this will be I. Am I right? So what is the value? I. So I'll have to give a semicolon. Okay. To give a semicolon. Now close it. Clear? Now what will be the output? See this. What will be the, and how it actually runs. Alright. The first value, the I value, the control variable is initialized to 1. Clear? So this is the first. The running of this is actually the first one. This is the first stage or step you can say. Then after it go initialize, then it will check for the condition. That will be your what one? Second stage or second step. After second step, then it comes to the which one? To the body. I've already told you First one is the initialization I value is 1. Then I1 is less than equal to 10. Am I right? It is less than equal to 10. Then after it takes the value, checks the condition. It is true or false? It is true. So if it is true, it will coming into the body of the loop. What is the body? This is the body. So it will execute this statement. All right. So it is coming. This is stage 3. Then after this, after it prints, then it will come this point only. Okay. So this point, what happens? Takes for the updation. Next stage, the fourth one is for the updation. So the